Hey everyone, Leo with Dreaming Tree, and welcome to the assembly video for our tea and gift card holder. A cute little way to give someone some tea, maybe some of your favorite tea, as well as a little gift card, maybe for their favorite little tea shop, or it could be pretty much anything you want to give. So here is the main structure. I've already gone ahead and folded everything at the score marks. There are two score marks here. They're pretty close to each other, so you want to be kind of careful when you fold this. It does take a little bit of finagling, I guess you could say, since they're so close to each other, but it's not that difficult. Okay, this little area here, we're going to leave that alone. Up here is where we're going to put our little gift card holder, so when they open it up, you can see it there. And then on this side and this side, we've got a little pattern that we're going to put in place. So let's just hop right into it here. Let's put the little gift card holder element inside first. Make sure your glue is ready to go here. I always forget to put the cap on my glue, and then I guess when I'm done, I'm done and I don't even think about it. Okay, I'm going to try to maintain an even border on the inside here. Make sure it's nice and straight. Press that into place, just like so. Don't put any glue on these little tabs here. Obviously, you need them to be free so that you can actually put your little gift card in there. Now, down here, we're going to add these little elements. Okay, they only fit one way, so make sure you grab the right one. Just throw a little bit of glue on that. Just like that. And if it helps, you can move these tabs out of the way and put this down flat, just to make it easier on yourself. Again, try to maintain even borders throughout. Have everything looking nice and consistent. There we go. And that's going to go like that. We've got a little teacup on the front with a little caption on it. So, I mean, you could just use this as a gift card holder, but then of course you can also maybe just put money in there if you want, or a little note. But it's the perfect size for a couple little tea bags. All right, let's flip this over here. And on this side, we're going to add our little panels. Got one for the back, one for the front. It'll thicken it up nicely too, make it seem a little more sturdy. Okay. And I'm going to put this one. This is going to be my front. Again, just trying to make sure I keep a nice even border throughout. There we go. And then we're going to put another panel here, like that. So lately, I personally have I got into coffee because of Liesel. I never used to drink it. It's probably not good for me because I'm kind of a wired sort of person anyway. Oh, and you know what? I just realized I messed up on something here. But that's okay, as long as you don't mess up. You'll notice that on one of these panels, there's actually little score marks here. Okay, so the one with the score marks has the letter T on it. You want to make sure it's right side up. And you're actually going to put that one here. Okay, so not here where it's closest to these, but on this one here. And you want it so that the T is right side up when you close it, okay? And that's just to help you with the positioning of the teacup. I can eyeball it, so it's not a big deal. But again, there's two of these, one that has a letter T on it, and you're gonna put that here, pretend this is closed, with the T right side up on this panel, okay? So I did goof up, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, so next we have, what do we have? Oh, we just have the little teacup. Let's put the actual structure together. So this is a little bit different, okay? And I think I'm going to use a dowel to help me with this process. what we're gonna do, this little tab here, that just stays the way it is. You don't need to mess with it. There's a little tab here, and then this tab here, we're gonna close this up, and we're gonna glue it like so, okay? And once it gets its initial hold, you're probably gonna wanna take a little dowel to push down on the rest of it. The main focus and main idea right now is just to make sure that we get it lined up as accurately as possible with the very edge of the section that we're gluing it to. I'll show you what I mean here in a second. Spread that glue out nicely, all the way out to the edge of the tab. And we're gonna bring this up, okay? And you wanna just try to get it lined up with the very edge of the back of the card, like so. Okay, so it's not difficult at all. It's just a little thin. It's a little thin little area. Now that we have it lined up, grab that dowel and push down on the rest of that tab so that the whole thing is making contact. And just like that, we've got a nice clean edge, nice dimensional edge. You can keep maybe just applying a little more pressure to that whole tab there, just to make sure that it grips nicely. And that was not hard at all. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing on this side here. Throw a little bit of glue on this little guy and put some glue on this large tab. Maybe a little more there. Spread that out to the very edge. Okay, just like that. And let's bring that in. And just get that lined up. There we go. Make sure it's flush at the bottom there. Right out to the very edge of the back of that card. And give that a little nudge down if necessary. And then once it's mostly in place, grab that dowel and push down on the rest of that tab. There we go. Give that a second to set. A dowel is great, and what might actually be even better is a spatula, since it's so thin in there. The reason that it didn't work for me the first time is because the tip of the dowel actually rubbed up against the edge of the tab. Now I do have a little gap there, and that's okay. I'll grab myself a scrap piece of paper, throw a little bit of glue right on the very edge of it, and just tuck it in between these two layers and just paint a little glue on there. Simple as that. And then tuck that in if it needs to be tucked in, and press that down again. I'm just using my little spatula to help me apply that pressure in there where I really can't get my finger. There we go. Perfect. Okay. All right, so you can see how it closes, like a little wallet, I guess you could say. And then, to finish it off, we have our little teacup. Okay, it's 3 layers because we have a caption on it. So we're going to take this white layer, glue it to the completely solid layer. So let's get our glue going on that. Try to avoid those little cutouts. Those cutouts are for the letters. Everything will make sense in just a moment here. Okay. And pop that right on there, match it up as accurately as you can. Should fit on there perfectly as long as your machine is well calibrated and cutting properly. There we go. Okay, then we'll take this piece. That's going to go right on top. So focus your glue here on the thicker sections and then mostly the perimeter. And then once we get that all covered, we can throw a little bit of glue on these little cutouts that are kind of free-flowing. Don't be afraid to put a little dot on there, because we can always take our finger and just kind of dab it to thin it out so that it doesn't bleed through when we go to apply it onto this guy here. So match up the handle, make sure it's flush with the bottom. Okay, there we go. And you can see that I applied a little bit of ink to this mug. And if you have any little areas that are kind of maybe not sitting completely flat, do the same thing. Grab yourself a scrap piece of paper and just pop it right under there at the side of the M here that Just didn't get enough glue. And I'll press that down. And there we go. Okay. All right, so now another cool little thing we added to this was, well, we have the actual T in there. Okay, and that's going to go like that. Okay, now what I'm going to do, actually have just a little bit of twine here or some string, and I'm going to take this and glue it underneath this brown layer that I'm about to glue down. So I'm just going to throw a tiny little dot of glue right there, just like that, and I'll pop that string right in there so that it stays in place for me until I glue down this brown piece. Okay, that's going to hold it in place, and it's going to make it look like there's a little tea bag on there. So that's kind of cool. And maybe bring the string down a little bit and just put that brown piece directly over it. Make sure it's nice and flush with the top of the cup. Okay, so that's going to hold that in place. That looks nice. Okay, and then what you can do, just to make it even fancier, is take it and maybe just wrap it around the handle a couple times. We'll do it a third time. And then we have a little tea bag here. And what we're going to do is take the layer with the heart cut out and glue it on top of your colored layer. The heart cutout is on white in my case. Might be something different in your case, and that's fine. Let me thin that out a little bit. Then we're going to sandwich the string between that colored layer and the back layer. Okay, so what we can do here, let's do this. We're going to put this guy here, right about there. So let's do this. Let's just glue. Let's put just one dot of glue on the back of this. So we're going to have it hanging right about here. So we can glue that down. Then take and just kind of figure out how much string you need for this to look nice. I'm going to say probably like that looks nice. Maybe I'll go up here like that. That looks cool. Okay, in which case you can then take and just apply a dot of glue right onto it. Just give that a little press. Get it to stick. We can cut the rest of it off that we don't need. Like that. And then we'll take this layer here with the heart and just glue that right on top, sandwiching the heart in place. Move that string wherever you want it into its permanent position. I think that looks fine. There we go. It's maybe a tiny bit off. That looks good. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I have a little bit of slack there where I can kind of play with it a little bit. Okay, but there we have it. And we can close this up. This is just going to go right on the front from me to you. Now remember, yours will have the little markers there to help you with the positioning of it. I grabbed the wrong piece, and therefore I don't have it on mine, but that's okay. And we'll peel off, we'll just add some dimension to this. And get that nice and centered. There you go. Super cute. And as you can see, we'll open it up, and I've got a few little tea bags here. Don't forget to add your little gift card, and it is ready to go. So that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please visit us on our YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. While you're there, hit the little button so you get, hit the little bell so you get notifications anytime we release a new project, whether it be paid or free. It really helps us stay in touch with you. It's very cost effective for us too. It costs us nothing, and it costs you nothing. So please hit that button. And if you make this or anything from our latest bundle, I'd love to see it, and so would the rest of our community. So head over to your Facebook and do a search for Dreaming Tree Official. That's where you'll find myself and over 45,000 other dreamers that inspire us daily. So hope you had a blast, and as always, look forward to crafting with you again.